Welcome to the deep dive. We take a stack of sources, articles, notes, basically everything we can find,
Uh-huh.
and we dig in to uncover the most important, surprising, and sometimes, honestly, pretty hilarious nuggets of knowledge.
Right.
Our mission today. Well, it's to take you on a journey through history, maybe challenge what you think you know,
Definitely.
and hopefully arm you with some really mind-blowing facts, the kind that make you the most interesting person at the dinner table.
Or just make you go, huh? We've got some great stuff today.
We really do. Fascinating facts, snippets from historians, experts, all ready to unpack.
That's right. Today, we're diving into some of history's most, compelling finds, figures, and facts. Some of these stories, you'll think they're fiction.
Oh, absolutely.
Others will just completely recalibrate your whole sense of time.
Yeah.
And many just reveal the unexpected ingenuity or sometimes the sheer absurdity of human nature.
Get ready for some serious aha moments then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because history, it's anything but boring.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Our first set of insights. This is going to mess with your internal timeline a bit. You think of ancient civilizations as, ancient, right, just way back there.
Of course, that's the natural assumption.
But what if I told you some historical figures lived surprisingly close to modern events? Or, others existed at times you just never expect.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How our perception of history often just compresses things or stretches them out in weird ways in our minds. Take Queen Cleopatra, famous.
Right, absolutely. Egypt, pyramids.
Exactly. You picture her deep in ancient history, pharaohs, pyramids, the whole deal.
Right.
But her reign, 51 BC to 30 BC, that was actually closer to the first moon landing in 1969.
No way.
Yeah, than it was to when the Great Pyramids were built, around 2500 BC.
Get out. So wait.
It's about a 2,000-year gap to the moon landing versus like 2,500 years back to the pyramids.
Wow. Okay. That does fundamentally challenge how you picture ancient. It all just gets lumped together.
And that time compression idea, it doesn't just apply to people, but to innovations too.
Right. Like skyscrapers. You think 20th century, New York, Chicago.
That's the standard story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe starts around 1884.
Yeah.
But the world's first technical skyscraper, the one that sort of set the blueprint, it was actually built in Shropshire, England.
England? When?
1796 to 97, the Shrewsbury Flax Mill Maltings.
Huh. Never heard of it.
Probably doesn't look like what you picture, but its main building, the main mill.
Yeah.
It was the first in the world to use an iron frame to support the weight.
Ah. Okay. The internal structure.
Exactly. That's the basic formula for every single skyscraper built since. It's genuinely the grandparent of skyscrapers.
And sticking with ancient innovation that just feels out of place.
There's so much.
Like Skara Brae, Neolithic settlement. Right. Back around 3000 BC.
Yeah, in Scotland.
They apparently had drainage systems, believed to be toilets, connected to each house.
Indoor plumbing, basically. Millennia before we think it became common.
It's incredible. And even older than that.
The wine.
The wine. Oldest grape wine found. 8,000 years old. From Georgia.
8,000 years. Just imagine.
And maybe my favorite. The oldest prosthesis. A wooden toe.
Oh, the Egyptian one.
For a noblewoman 3,000 years ago. And it wasn't just functional, it looked good too. They think it was practical and aesthetic.
These finds just keep reminding us, ingenuity isn't some modern invention. People were solving problems in clever ways way back when.
So yeah, our whole grasp of timelines gets shaky. Like Oxford University, ancient institution.
Just started teaching as early as 1096.
Okay.
That's centuries before the Aztec Empire was even founded, with Tenochtitlan in 1325.
Wow. Oxford before the Aztecs. That's a good one.
And maybe even more mind-bending, mammoths. Woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
They were still roaming around when the Great Pyramids were being built.
Seriously. Okay, that's wild. Mammoths and pyramids at the same time. It just scrambles the mental map.
And it even comes forward into what we think of as pretty recent history.
Right, like the guillotine. You think French Revolution, right? Reign of Terror.
Absolutely. Iconic symbol of that era.
But it was actually still France's method of execution.
Wait for it.
Until September 1977.
1977, the same year Star Wars came out.
Exactly. Star Wars and the guillotine happening at the same time. It's astonishing.
Truly. And for just a completely disorienting calendar fact.
Oh, yeah.
46 BC, it was the longest year in history.
How long?
445 days.
What? Why?
Because Julius Caesar basically shoved in 2 extra leap months. He was trying to get his new Julian calendar aligned with the seasons.
So he just added months.
Yep. They even nicknamed it Annus Confusus, the year of confusion.
I bet. Wow. Shows how even time isn't fixed.
Okay, so if your head isn't spinning enough from timelines,
Uh-oh.
get ready for some truly bizarre moments and surprising truths about historical figures and just everyday life.
Right. Our deep dive really pulled out some weird stuff. Humanity's peculiar side.
Definitely. Let's start with language and maybe bust a myth or two.
Okay.
The phrase okay. Super common.
Right. Use it constantly.
Its origin is actually from this weird fad in 1830s Boston.
A fad.
Yeah, for intentionally misspelling abbreviations. Like a joke. All correct became all correct.
Okay.
Seriously, all correct.
Yep. Newspapers picked it up, thought it was funny, and it spread. Then later, 1840, President Martin Van Buren. His nickname was Old Kinderhook.
Oh.
Exactly. He used okay for his re-election campaign slogan, and that sort of cemented it. First line, then legitimate.
That's amazing. And what about Thomas Crapper?
Ah, yes. The toilet myth.
Didn't invent the flushing toilet?
Nope. He definitely helped popularize it, made improvements, invented related things like the ball cock mechanism.
Okay.
But he didn't invent the flush toilet itself, and the word crap doesn't come from his name either. It's much older Middle English origins.
Huh. So popular stories aren't always right.
Very often not.
That okay story is genuinely fantastic, though. And speaking of unexpected historical moments, Napoleon?
Right. Military genius, campaigns across Europe. You know about his campaigns, but did you know he once got attacked by rabbits?
Attacked by rabbits? Seriously?
Seriously. 1807. After signing the treaties of Tilsit, he wanted, like, a celebration, requested a big rabbit hunt.
Okay. Sounds normal enough.
They gathered thousands of rabbits from local farms, but when they released them...
They didn't run away?
Nope. They charged straight at Napoleon and his men.
What? Why?
Apparently, they were farm rabbits used to being fed. They saw the humans and thought it was dinner time. Oh, my God.
Napoleon's trying to fend them off with his riding crop, but him and his marshals just get swarmed. They had to retreat to his carriage to escape this bunny onslaught.
A bunny onslaught against Napoleon. You can't make this stuff up.
Animals really have played some weird roles, haven't they? Beyond attacking emperors.
Apparently so.
During World War I, President Woodrow Wilson and his wife,
Yeah.
they kept sheep on the White House lawn.
Sheep. Why?
To keep the grass trimmed, save on gardening costs during the war. And they even auctioned off the wool to raise money for the Red Cross.
Practical and patriotic sheep.
Okay. And imagine this scene. President Andrew Jackson's funeral, 1845.
Right. Solemn occasion.
His pet parrot, an African gray, had to be removed.
Why? Was it sad?
It was swearing, loudly and often, disturbing everyone.
The president's parrot was cursing at his funeral?
Apparently so. And even King Henry VIII, big imposing guy, he had a suit of armor made for his dog.
A doggy suit of armor. Okay, that's something.
But beyond the animal antics, there are some truly bizarre human incidents in history, too. Things that make you just scratch your head.
Like that laughter epidemic.
Oh, right. 1962, in what was then Tanganyika, now Tanzania. Started in a girls' school.
And just spread.
Yeah, uncontrollable laughter. Spread to villages. They had to close schools for months because people just couldn't stop laughing.
That's deeply weird. And kind of creepy.
And even earlier, remember the dancing plague?
Strasbourg, 1518.
That's the one. Hundreds of people just started dancing uncontrollably in the streets. For days.
And some sources say.
Yeah, some claim people literally dance themselves to death. Exhaustion, heart attack, stroke. We don't really know what caused it. Mass hysteria. Something else.
Just bizarre. And then there's the Dublin whiskey fire.
1875. Tragic and strange.
A fire in a distillery, right?
Yeah.
And the burning whiskey flowed into the streets.
Like a river of fire. But the tragedy. 13 people died.
Not from the fire, though.
No, from alcohol poisoning. They were trying to scoop up and drink the burning whiskey flowing down the street.
Oh, that's grim. A really sobering reminder, I guess, of desperation or something.
It really makes you wonder about, the rules back then. What was considered okay, what wasn't.
Like those old London police rules.
Exactly. The Metropolitan Police Act of 1839.
Yeah.
It criminalized a whole bunch of nuisances.
And they're still technically on the books.
Technically, yes, within the Met Police area. Things like knocking on someone's door and running away.
Ding dong ditch.
Flying kites in public places. Singing obscene songs or ballads. Sliding on ice or snow in the street.
So no fun allowed, basically.
Well, punishable by a fine up to 500 pounds today, technically. Gives you a weird snapshot of Victorian public order concerns.
And speaking of societal norms, hygiene. That's always a fascinating one.
Oh, definitely. Our modern standards are, well, modern.
Like the Vikings versus medieval Christians.
Right. Sources suggest Christians were actually kind of jealous of Viking hygiene.
Jealous. Why?
Because Vikings apparently bathed every Saturday, combed their hair daily, changed their clothes often.
Sounds pretty reasonable.
To the Christians back then, these habits supposedly made the Vikings too acceptable to English women. Laid siege to their virtue, apparently.
So being clean was dangerously attractive.
Seems like it. And then you have the ancient Greeks at the Olympics.
Competing naked.
Stark naked. Not just, to honor Zeus, but also for practical reasons. Ease of movement.
Okay, makes sense.
And maybe to level the playing field, so wealthy competitors couldn't show off with fancy sportswear. Everyone's the same when they're naked.
Huh. Interesting angle. Challenges our ideas about modesty back then.
And, unexpected norms extend to official policy, too, like prohibition in the U.S.
Right. No alcohol.
Well, actually, it wasn't illegal to drink it.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The 18th Amendment banned making it, selling it, and transporting it. But if you already had a stash at home before Prohibition started,
You could drink it.
perfectly legal to drink it in your own home.
Okay, that's a loophole I didn't know about.
But here's the darker side. To try and stop people drinking illegal alcohol, the government started deliberately poisoning industrial alcohols, the kind bootleggers often stole and tried to make drinkable.
They poisoned it on purpose.
Yes, denaturing it, they called it, adding methanol and other poisons. And this extreme measure, it's estimated it killed at least 10,000 people by the time Prohibition ended in 1933.
Wow. That's shocking. An unforeseen deadly consequence. Okay, one more wild tale before we move on. This one's about media and, well, people believing crazy things.
Ah, the Great Moon Hoax.
You know it. August 1835, the New York Sun newspaper.
Right, published this series of articles.
Claiming a famous astronomer using a new super telescope had discovered life on the moon.
And not just microbes, like lush forests, oceans.
And bat-like humanoids, flying creatures on the moon.
But that meant on the moon, and people bought it.
Hook, line, and sinker. The stories were totally fabricated by a reporter just to sell papers.
And it worked.
Massively. Circulation surged. Everyone was talking about the moon discovery.
It's not just about people being gullible back then, is it?
No, I think it's a really early, stark reminder of media power, how easily perception can be shaped, even by outright lies. And, that human desire to believe in the amazing.
Okay, so history isn't just timelines and weird social norms. It's also full of strange conflicts and political twists.
Yeah, our next segment dives into unconventional wars, political ironies, strategic surprises, stuff you definitely didn't learn in school.
It's amazing how tiny things can escalate, right? Or how long some conflicts can just linger.
Like the shortest war ever.
The Anglo-Zanzibar War. August 27th, 1896.
How short?
Started 9:02 a.m. Ended 9:04 a.m. 38 minutes.
38 minutes. That's barely a coffee break.
Exactly. And on the other extreme, the Dutch-Sully War.
How long did that last?
335 years.
335 years. How many died?
0. No battles, no deaths. They declared war in 1651 and just forgot to declare peace until 1986.
They forgot.
Yeah.
For 3 centuries.
Apparently so. Just highlights the absurdity sometimes.
And that absurdity isn't just about duration. Some conflicts are just bizarre, like Australia versus emus.
Ah, the Great Emu War, 1932.
The army was actually sent out.
Yep. To call emus that were destroying crops during the Depression, they had machine guns.
So easy win for the army.
Not quite. The emus were fast, hard to hit, scattered unpredictably. The soldiers basically couldn't keep up. The whole operation was seen as a failure.
So the emus won.
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
Yeah.
The emus won the war. And another weird one. The War of the Stray Dogs.
Stay still.
1925. Greece and Bulgaria. A Greek soldier's dog ran across the border. The soldier chased it, crossed the border himself, and got shot by Bulgarian sentry.
Oh, no.
Things escalated super quickly. Nearly led to a full-blown war between the two countries.
Over a dog.
Pretty much. The League of Nations had to step in quickly, tell Greece to back off and pay compensation. Amazing what can trigger an international incident. And actual warfare has seen some really unconventional tactics, too.
Like the Night Witches.
Exactly. WWII,
Yes.
Soviet Union.
Yeah.
An all-female Air Force regiment.
All women volunteers, right? Flying old planes.
Yeah, really outdated slow biplanes, wood and canvas.
So how were they effective?
Their tactic was terrifying.
Yeah.
They'd fly towards German targets at night, then cut their engines near the target,
Up their engines.
and glide silently towards the bomb drop point. The only sound was this sort of whooshing noise, which the Germans apparently compared to witches' broomsticks.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Wow. Silent attack.
And they didn't even carry parachutes until 1944.
Yeah.
Incredibly brave.
Definitely. And on the other side, the U.S. plan for Mount Fuji.
Oh, that's a weird psychological warfare idea.
They actually considered dyeing Mount Fuji black.
Yeah, during WWII. The idea was it would demoralize the Japanese people to see their sacred mountain defaced.
Did they try it?
No, it was just considered. Probably impractical, but it shows the kind of out-there ideas being thrown around.
And when it comes to strategy, especially sneaky strategy,
Yeah.
the Cold War is just full of it.
Oh, absolutely. Espionage, subterfuge.
Like getting materials for the SR-71 Blackbird, that iconic spy plane.
Right. Needed tons of titanium for its speed and altitude. Problem was...
The biggest supplier was the Soviet Union, the very people they wanted to spy on.
Exactly. So what did the U.S. do?
They set up fake companies, right? Shell corporations.
Yep. In multiple third-world countries, used them as intermediaries to buy the titanium ore from the Soviets.
And the Soviets had no idea what it was really for.
Apparently not. They sold the crucial material for America's top spy plane to America without knowing it. That's some serious long-game strategic thinking. You know, this all raises questions about who we remember, who gets celebrated, and who maybe gets nominated for things they shouldn't have.
Like the Nobel Peace Prize nominees?
Yeah.
Some of those are jarring.
Yeah, it's a fact that nominees have included Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini, both nominated in 1939, and Joseph Stalin, nominated in 45 and 48.
Stalin for the Peace Prize.
Now, it's crucial to remember a nomination doesn't mean endorsement. Sometimes there were political, strategic, even maybe satirical nominations by individuals. It doesn't mean the Nobel Committee approved.
Right. Important context. But still, surprising names on that list.
Absolutely. Just shows how complex history gets. On a lighter note, Winston Churchill, during U.S. Prohibition,
Needed a drink.
he got into a car accident in New York in 1931.
Yeah.
And his doctor actually wrote him a prescription for alcohol,
The prescription.
stating it was an absolute necessity for his recovery, so he could legally drink despite prohibition.
Only Churchill and Abraham Lincoln. Not just a president.
Nope. Apparently a very skilled wrestler in his youth.
Really? How skilled?
Reports claim something like 300 wins and only one known defeat. He was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Lincoln the wrestler. Okay.
And he was also a licensed tavern owner at one point. Ran a bar called Barry and Lincoln in Illinois.
Honest Abe, the bartender.
Yeah.
Wrestler president. Got it.
And, you know, the reach of history, how long things connect.
Yeah.
It's longer than you think.
Like the U.S. Civil War. Seems like ancient history now.
But the very last pension payment related to that war,
When was it paid?
2020.
2020. How is that possible?
It was paid to Irene Triplett, the daughter of a Civil War veteran. Her father, Mose Triplett, fought for the Confederacy, then defected to the Union.
Okay.
He was quite old when Irene was born in 1930. He was 83. So she was eligible for his pension benefits.
And received them until she died at 90 in 2020.
Exactly. A direct financial link to the Civil War ending just a few years ago.
That's incredible. And there's that President Tyler fact, too.
Oh, yeah. John Tyler, born in 1790. 10th U.S. president.
He has a grandson alive today.
Still alive, yes. Lyon Gardner Tyler Jr., born in 1924, and Harrison Ruffin Tyler, born in 1928. Tyler's son, Lyon Gardner Tyler Sr., was 71 and 75 when they were born.
Wow. 3 generations spanning from 1790 to potentially well into the 21st century. It connects eras in a really tangible way.
And sometimes those connections involve incredibly high stakes, moments where history could have gone very differently.
Like nuclear close calls.
Exactly. In 1979, a U.S. satellite detected this double flash of light near the Prince Edward Islands off South Africa.
The Vela incident.
Right. Widely believed, though never officially confirmed by all parties, to have been a secret nuclear test. Likely Israel, maybe with South Africa. A hidden nuclear event.
Chilling. But even closer, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, definitely. The story of the Soviet submarine B-59.
What happened?
It was deep underwater, cut off from Moscow. U.S. ships were dropping non-lethal death charges to try and force it to surface.
But the subcrew didn't know they were non-lethal.
No. They thought World War III might have started. The captain and the political officer wanted to launch their nuclear torpedo.
Oh my God.
They needed agreement from the 3 senior officers on board. 2 said yes. But the third, flotilla commander Vasily Arkhipov, said no.
He refused.
He argued against it, calmed the situation down, insisted they surface. His single vote prevented a nuclear launch that could have triggered global catastrophe.
Big war man. Wow.
Truly. And then there's Teddy Roosevelt.
Getting shot.
Yeah, 1912, campaigning for president again, shot in the chest just before giving a speech.
And he gave the speech anyway.
He insisted. He coughed, saw no blood, figured from his hunting experience the bullet hadn't hit his lung, so he spoke for like 90 minutes with a bullet lodged in his chest.
That's unbelievable toughness.
He was right, too. It was stuck in his pectoral muscle. Doctors decided it was safer to leave it in. He carried it for the rest of his life. Shows incredible grit and maybe a bit of luck.
Okay, wow. Our deep dive wouldn't be complete without some facts that just make you stop, maybe laugh, and really reconsider what you thought you knew about history, humanity, everything.
Let's start with maybe the oldest thing we have, a joke.
The oldest recorded joke. What is it?
Found on a Sumerian cuneiform tablet about 1900 BCE, so almost 4,000 years old.
Okay, lay it on me.
It reads, something which has never occurred since time immemorial.
Uh-huh.
The young woman did not fart in her husband's lap.
No. The oldest joke is a fart joke.
Seems so. Some things truly, truly never change, do they?
Apparently not. Okay, that's brilliant. But speaking of things that thankfully have changed, surgeons' robes.
Oh yeah, 16th, 17th centuries. This is grim.
Surgeons back then, they weren't quite as prestigious as physicians, right?
More like skilled craftsmen. And they had this fashion trend.
Wearing robes stained with blood from past operations.
Exactly. The more blood and gore on the robe, the better.
Why?
It was like a badge of honor. Showed your experience, had done lots of surgeries. Hands-on experience literally worn on your sleeve.
That is incredibly unhygienic and just gross.
Thankfully, yes, that trend went out of style. Makes you very grateful for modern sterilization and scrubs. It really makes you think about knowledge, discovery, and how much we've lost. It raises that question. How much of human history is just gone?
Like Neanderthal art.
Yeah. We're finding evidence now dating back 65,000 years, well before modern humans got to Europe.
What kind of art?
Abstract symbols, hand stencils, painted patterns in caves in Spain. It suggests they had symbolic thought and a sense of art.
65,000 years ago. That's incredible.
And even older, in South Africa, a cave discovery, roughly 100,000 years old.
What did they find?
Basically an art studio. Tools like mortar and pestles, used for grinding and mixing pigments like ochre. Evidence of paint making 100,000 years ago.
Wow. But recorded history. Writing only goes back how far?
About 6,000 years. Which means something like 97% of human history is unrecorded. Prehistoric. Almost completely lost to us.
97%? That's humbling. So much we just don't know.
It means our understanding, even of recorded history, is constantly changing. Things we thought we knew get overturned.
Like the connection between farming and religion.
Exactly. The old theory was people settle down, start farming, then complex religion develops.
That sounds right.
Seems logical. But then, in 1994, they discovered Göbekli Tepe in Turkey.
What is it?
It's a massive temple complex. Intricate carvings, huge stone pillars, built around 9500 BC.
Okay, so?
That's centuries before agriculture started in that region. It suggests maybe complex ritual and religion came first, and that might have spurred people to settle down and figure out farming to support the gatherings.
So it flips the whole cause and effect.
Completely challenges it. And another one, the printing press. Everyone says Gutenberg, right?
Gutenberg Bible.
Yeah.
Mid-1400s.
Right, but movable type printing, invented in China around 1040 AD by Bi Sheng Bedone, using porcelain characters.
Over 400 years before Gutenberg.
Yep. And Korean printers developed movable metal type, the kind Gutenberg used, in 1377. Printed a book called the Jikji.
So nearly 80 years before Gutenberg's Bible.
Exactly. It doesn't diminish Gutenberg's impact in Europe, but it completely reframes the history of the invention itself.
And finally, some names we know, maybe think we understand. They often have really complex, sometimes darker connections we overlook.
Yeah, perceptions can be tricky, like Vlad the Impaler.
Inspiration for Dracula, known for, well, impaling people. Cruelty.
Infamous for it in much of the world. But in Romania,
He's seen differently.
by many, viewed as a national hero, a strong leader who fought against the Ottoman Empire, defended Romanian independence, maybe even helped unify the nation. It's a totally different perspective.
Wow. Hero versus villain, depending on where you stand.
Exactly. And then there's a darker side to a term many people know, Asperger's syndrome.
Named after Hans Asperger, the Austrian doctor.
Right. But recent historical research has shown his work was deeply intertwined with the Nazi regime's eugenics program.
Oh, no. How so?
He diagnosed children, and while he might have protected some he considered highly intelligent or having useful special abilities, he also referred dozens of others, deemed less valuable or having too many challenges, to the Am Spiegelgrund Clinic in Vienna,
Which was?
notorious center for child euthanasia under the Nazis, where thousands of children were killed.
That's horrifying. So the name itself is tied to that history.
Deeply, which is partly why the diagnosis itself has now been retired, folded into the broader autism spectrum disorder. It's maybe for the best, given that troubling origin. A stark reminder that even seemingly neutral scientific terms can carry heavy historical baggage.
Wow. Okay, what an incredible deep dive that was, seriously. From rabbit armies attacking Napoleon to hidden skyscrapers in England, ancient toilets, those crazy calendar quirks, and just realizing how much history we don't know.
97%.
It's clear history is this vibrant, surprising, often just baffling journey. Hopefully you've just gained a bit of a shortcut to being, really well informed with a whole new perspective.
Yeah, this kind of deep dive really highlights how much more there is beyond the standard textbooks, doesn't it?
Totally.
It really encourages us all to, question assumptions, appreciate how complex, sometimes contradictory the past really was.
Yeah.
These stories of ingenuity, but also folly and just sheer human perseverance, they keep surprising us. Challenges our neat ideas about progress or what ancient even means.
So what stands out most to you after hearing all this? Maybe the biggest takeaway is just this. History isn't static. It's not just dates and names locked away.
Yo, it's alive.
It's a living narrative, constantly being re-examined, revealed, argued over with every new find, every new perspective.
Makes you wonder.
Exactly. What common beliefs that we hold right now about the past might one day be completely overturned? Or what other unbelievable yet totally true stories are still out there just waiting to be unearthed?
Keep digging.
Keep digging.